I want to touch on this. I don't have much to add to what's being reported at this point, but I wanted to make sure that people were aware of this story, and we'll put some links up on majority.fm to this story. A horrible, horrible story where these incredible gun laws that are being passed around the country, particularly in southern states, some, I guess, in the Midwest, these stand down or stand your ground laws, which essentially says that you can carry a concealed weapon and simply widens the parameters in which you're allowed to shoot. And it's not simply these laws. Of course, it creates a certain culture. And usually the victims in these instances are not only innocent, but are more often than not people who society already has a predisposition towards sort of suspecting. In this case, it is a case of what I think should be, frankly, not a homicide, a manslaughter charge. We're going to see, so far we've seen nothing. A 17-year-old kid, Trayvon Martin, African-American kid, was staying with his dad and went out on the night of the NBA All-Star game to go get snacks at a 7-Eleven or Stewart's or whatever, one of those convenience stores. He's walking back, and I guess either cutting through a gated community or walking by a gated community.
I think the father's house was actually in the gated community.
Walking to the gated community where his, I believe his father lived, in the suburb of Sanford near, in Florida. And a call is put into 911 by the head of a neighborhood watch, who apparently is carrying a gun.
It's actually also important to add that he's the only member of the neighborhood watch because he's the only one who wanted it.
So this is a guy who's obviously very excited at the prospect of playing policeman. And he calls into the cops and says, I see a guy, he's walking around, African-American, looks like he's up to no good. He's got his hand in his pants or something. And it's sort of raining, and he's sort of looking around, walking. And the police said, all right, we'll come and check it out. And then you can hear the guy leave his car because the wind starts to rush in on his cell phone. So much so that the police dispatch says, are you walking? Are you following him? And the guy's like, yeah. And he said, okay, don't do that. And the next thing you know, minutes pass, and there are 911 recordings of you hear someone screaming. And then all of a sudden you hear a single shot. And the 17-year-old boy, Trayvon Martin, is killed. He has no weapon, a couple of packs of candy, some soda or whatever it is, iced tea. And the police, it seems, barely question this Zimmerman. They don't bring him in. They don't give him an alcohol breathalyzer. He has gotten no charges at this point. There are reports that when the police questioned witnesses, one witness, a woman apparently, said that she heard the kid screaming. And the police kept saying, no, you heard Zimmerman, the neighborhood watch guy. And she said, no, the kid. And they kept saying, no, Zimmerman. And she finally said, okay, Zimmerman. And now she's come out to say, I never was referring to that guy. I didn't know the names of the people. The cops just kept saying this guy's name, and so I assumed that was it. And so what we have here is a police department, which I think is going to get a lot more scrutiny in the way that they handled this case. a case on its face that seems completely unjust, and it being the function of a law which, if not encourages this behavior, doesn't discourage it. It's an unbelievable case. We'll put links up on the site, but I wanted to make sure. I don't have anything to add beyond that, but it's something I want to draw your attention to, because we have a real problem in this country with this, with the militarization of our police and these gun laws, which are encouraging people who essentially, fancy themselves Rambo to go out there. This guy's upset because there's been some break-ins, and he doesn't want another one of these a-holes, I think is the quote, to get away. Just reprehensible. And now this 17-year-old kid, who by all accounts was just a good kid, dead now. I hope every one of those legislators who voted for this bill realize that they bear responsibility in this instance.